Okay. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. It's down a little bit there. Okay. All right, everybody. I am live on Facebook and Instagram, so you might see me looking at another screen from time to time. This is really cool. I've never done this before, but I wanted to actually be on both. Um, so here we are, the day before the full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn. And there's been a lot of shadow coming up for people and a lot of emotions. So, hi, it looks like Alejandro. Nice to see you here. And then I have Crystal, Vicky, Ray, Tommy, Maria, Araceli. Welcome, everybody. So I just want to start off with some notes about what's going on, because there's a lot. So a big part of this lunar eclipse, let's see, I need to maybe move that a little bit more, is what's happening not only, because the lunar eclipse is in Capricorn, the full moon lunar eclipse. We also have Pluto and Saturn there. So the flavor of this is around power struggles. And we're going to start seeing these power struggles and power structures coming apart, what we have currently. So something's coming to an end. And we have Immortal Swan, welcome, and Andrea. Or Andreas, I don't know. I can't read that name very well. So nice to see you all. So what are we leaving behind? We're leaving behind the paradigm of power over, the domination paradigm for the power to. So it's all about redefining power. So the power to transform, ourselves first, obviously, and then out in the world. How do we transform the world for the better? And really the power to embody love and to make embodied, empowered decisions from that place. We're also going to see a big change too in financial structures, money, banking, all these things that Capricorn rules, and Pluto as well. So Saturn rules Capricorn and Pluto rules Scorpio. So Saturn and Capricorn, it's all about your status, structure, your place in the world, your professional life, your public persona. And then Scorpio, the sign of Scorpio, and we have Pluto again here, is all about, definitely about power, but definitely about the phoenix rising from the ashes. Pluto, Scorpio is a very transformational sign. And Pluto also knows how to keep secrets, but in this full moon, illuminated secrets cannot be kept any longer. So, and then Saturn is related to karma. So yeah, a lot of people are going to find themselves in a shitstorm if they've been lying and trying to hide stuff, because this full moon is going to trigger it to come to light. So what's interesting too about this particular full moon lunar eclipse is that it's highlighting the Saturn-Pluto conjunction that's going to happen on January 12th, 2020. So whatever is going on now, it's basically highlighting and in some ways preparing us for what's coming in January 2020. So, excuse me, I have a cold, well, bronchial thing going on here. So yeah, what's going to come into full light and manifestation in January, we're going to get like a taste of it now. Hi, Miriam. And we have Louise, Tatiana, Liesel, Loretta, welcome. Tommy, Antonia, Melissa. Hi, Helen. And Padilla Art. Fabulous. So good to see everybody. So if you've missed the beginning, the live recording will be available for you. So to give you more perspective on this particular set of planetary configurations that are happening in January 2020, it's basically being reported in the astrology world that it's going to kick off a 500-year cycle. So we're that's why we're feeling so much pain. There's a lot of ending right now, a lot of any sort of karmic ties you might have had to people, to relationships, to jobs, to old patterns of how you dealt with power and money, standing up for yourself, standing up for your beliefs, standing up for others. All of that is being redefined and kind of like just coming to an end, the old ways and old structures. So that's how you might be feeling it on a personal note, not just because there's stuff happening obviously politically, there's stuff happening in the collective too. So starting January 2020, we're going to have 500 years cycle of the structures of power. And it's all going to be redefined in a major way. And I read that last time this happened was during the Protestant Revolution. So, which from a spiritual point of view was a huge deal. The break from the Catholic Church that happened, because that was the power, back in those days, right? Okay, so we're going to move on a little bit to some other energies coming in this week. So we're in Cancer and Leo season, and that's all about the heart chakra. Hey, Marcy. Hi, Suzanne. And we also have Venus in Cancer right now. So it's a very nurturing, soft, very feminine time. So when we move from Cancer into Leo, it's like the heart, like whoosh, like the light explodes. Leo is always about wearing their heart on their sleeve. Their hearts are wide open. It's blasting out this radiance. So it doesn't matter if you're Leo or not. When we get into the Leo time, we're all going to take on a flavor of that sign, and be just immersed in that energy. So on this Thursday, so that would be, I believe, July 18th, we have a beautiful trine between Neptune and Venus. So Neptune is in Pisces, Venus is in Cancer. So it's a beautiful, water sign trine, it's really beautiful. So the love is going to flow. There's going to be big heart explosions. There could be people getting married, people getting engaged. The energy is just perfect for expressing love to the one you love, or expressing love to humanity. It's a very compassionate, Kuan Yin also energy. So unity, loving with wisdom, and really embodying the higher octaves of love, because Venus is all about the body love, the erotic, the beauty and art. So all of that is going to be highlighted on Thursday. And then Neptune is all about spiritual love, unity, that unification kind of love with all how we're all connected, right? So yeah, Thursday's a beautiful day for all of those kinds of activities. And, you know, even if you want to meditate on love, and, you know, I love what Heart Math Institute is doing, where they have the, the heart brain coherence, which is a great exercise that I do a lot with my unbound people. So, the other thing that's happening, obviously, is a retrograde. And it's not just one. I've counted, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 celestial bodies in retrograde this week. We have Saturn, Mercury retrograde, obviously, Pluto in retrograde, Jupiter in retrograde, Neptune in retrograde, Chiron in retrograde. Chiron is the wounded healer. Hold on. I'm going to see. I saved a chart for today, and it's on my desktop somewhere. Where are you? Where did it save it? I have to do a quick search. I don't think it saved it. Bummer, dude. Well, that's, you know, that's what you get with Mercury in retrograde. I can rerun it. I'm on astro.com right now. So let's do the 16th of July, 2019. Okay. We have Lilith in Pisces too. Interesting. So Chiron is a retrograde in Aries. So, yeah, the wounded warrior. So the wounded leader. Also, when we think of Aries, the archetype of Aries is the Emperor in the Tarot. So, am I still on Facebook too? Yeah, I am. Okay, good. Just want to make sure. So the Emperor is the divine masculine. So we're highlighting and healing the divine masculine, and in particular, there's the divine masculine and then there's the wounded masculine. So we, you know, even if we're not a man, we still have a masculine side. So there's going to be healing in that area for us as a collective. Ceres is also known as Demeter in Greek mythology, and let me see. Where did she go? Oh, here it is. Ceres is just went from Scorpio into, well, she's almost in Scorpio. She's right on the very edge of Sagittarius. So I would say that we're, you know, the mother, nurturing, nourishment, all of those things that Demeter represents. The grain, you know, she's the grain mother. Very mothering, earthy energy is going from this very expansive, wanting to heal everybody, wanting to feed everybody, actually is probably more like it, wanting to feed everybody, to she's going to kind of start going more within. So you might feel like where you've been just like wanting to just nurture and give your love and nourish all these people and be the mom and the mother, you might be going back into more of a little bit more internal, like I need to start nurturing myself. So over the next few weeks, you're going to feel more and more, there's a little bit of that energy that's not quite so outwards, you're pulling it back in. Mercury retrograde, of course, gets a lot of press, so I'm not going to go into that a whole lot. I was born with Mercury in retrograde, so for the most part, I don't feel all that bothered by it. I think, you know, it is what it is. We get used to dealing with Mercury in retrograde and the different ways that it may manifest, like in travel and just technology and all this. So I'm really excited that this both broadcasts to Instagram and to Facebook that I'm running now at the same time. That's probably why you were like, why is she looking up and down so much? So Instagram is there and Facebook is here. So I'm going to pull a Keepers of the Light card for our collective reading for this full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn. I'm asking the guides to tell us how to best work with this energy. What are we looking at over the next, 5 days into January 2020? So again, that for those who tuned in late, on January 12th, 2020, there's going to be a very big astrological alignment that's quite profound. The Saturn and Pluto conjunction in Capricorn. My birthday is January 11th, so I'm going to be seeing a lot of action. Okay. We don't have a jumper for this one, so I'm going to pick a card. For this full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn, we got Lord Shiva. I want to make sure you guys can all see this card. Okay. Shiva is, as far as a divine masculine, an embodiment of divine masculine, it's one of my go-tos. He's on my altar. I have the dancing Shiva, Shiva Nataraja. Shiva is also a big part of my morning practice because in my dance practice, I do the Angikam. It looks like Facebook might have lost me, so hopefully I'm still here on Instagram. It looks like I'm still going on Instagram. Yeah, so rise up and honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. The divine masculine is going through a major overhaul. I'm not the first person to say this. There's a lot of people that have been saying this. But the divine masculine, the divine feminine has been doing a lot of work healing and coming kind of more into her own. And the divine masculine has been doing the same thing, but he has been starting a little bit, not later, but just in a different stage of healing. So I feel like this card is telling us, do not fear. Be in that fullness, be in that love. Of course, someone's trying to call me. I'm going to decline for now. I think I'm going to have to stop the Facebook. There we go. So, yeah. Transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Allow the Shiva within you to come and shine that light on those fears, those old patterns, old karmic ways of being, and let him, stomp them to the ground. And this could also be a calling for you to move your body. Shiva's very connected to meditation, the ascetic, dance, movement, and of course he's related to Shakti. He's the masculine counterpart of Shakti. So the Shakti at the base of the spine. We have Shiva at the pineal, at the top of the head. And so when they are joining together in Tantra and the spiritual union, the snake, the Shakti, goes up to meet her consort Shiva. And when they're united is when we have that experience of enlightenment, of ecstasy. So being in ecstasy, this eclipse, being really in your body and meditating. Okay, so I'm going to do a Miracles Now card for the collective, and then I will pull from a tarot card as well. See if we get... Okay, I'm asking Spirit to clarify the message of Lord Shiva. Beautiful. I am ready to receive love. So here we go. As we are leaving behind these old, outworn power structures, we are opening our hearts wider. We are allowing ourselves to receive, which is, again, we're talking about that Ceres, Demeter asteroid in retrograde going into, you know, that cusp of Sagittarius and Scorpio. So not so much of a time to necessarily be like putting all that stuff out. This is about allowing love to come to you. And again, I feel like this is a direct sign to the divine masculine. Yeah. So we've got looks like some of the folks from Facebook are coming to this, which is good, because now we can just keep it going, right? I love that card. So we had Lord Shiva, Transcendence, and I'm ready to receive love. Okay, so I'm going to pull a tarot. Yeah, Mercury in retrograde, stuff is going to happen. But actually, when Mercury's not in retrograde, it's often that I do lose my Facebook live connections. That's kind of semi-frequent. It hasn't happened in a couple months, but... Okay, so we're going to just pull a tarot card or two for this full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn. I'll shuffle one more time. See what will be revealed. Okay, Spirit, please clarify the message. I think it's this one that wants to come out. Yes, okay, that makes sense. I'm saying to pull another card. Clarify the message for Shiva Nataraja, and I'm ready to receive love. And we've got some flyers here. Okay, so Spirit wants me to do 3 cards. The Nine of Air, otherwise known as the Nine of Swords. The Star, of course. I was feeling some compassion, love. And the Queen of Air, so the Queen of Swords. Just give me a minute to kind of meditate a little bit on the cards here. Okay, I'm getting a few different messages here. The first one is around healing communication. And taking things a little bit lighter. Or taking things a lot lighter. So taking things from a more optimistic approach, more light approach. The first energy is this Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is not an easy energy. This is sleepless nights. I know I don't sleep well during the full moon. I have not been able to sleep well the past couple of nights. and worries, anxieties. And the problem is when you focus, you keep focusing on what you don't have, or a lack of something in your life, or a pain, a wound, an illness. You know, the more I talk about, oh, I'm not feeling well, the more I'm not going to feel well. So, yeah, there was an example right there. So, time to focus on what you desire, what you hope for, what you're wishing for. When you are focusing on your desires and what you love and what you're grateful for, everything elevates. And it's not just for you that you're doing this for the collective. As your energy rises, so does the other energy around you. You're going to affect energies on a collective more than you've ever felt before. So really, again, don't focus on what's giving you pain. And, you know, people are like, well, that's bypassing, and, you know, there's a lot of shadow that's coming up, a lot of karma that's coming up to be healed. And what this card is saying is, yeah, look at those lessons. And, you know, and what did Shiva tell us? Shiva told us transcendence. Transcend those old karmic patterns, transcend the old pain, and focus on the beauty in the world. Focus on the beauty within you. And when you put that energy out, it's not just healing for yourself, it's healing for everyone else. Okay? And I feel like, again, this is also a symbol of universal love. That there is so much love here for you right now. And what was the other card? The other card we got was I'm ready to receive love. This star card kind of says it all, and I'll read what Colette Baron Reed says in her book about that particular card. The last energy that we are focusing on for this cycle is the Queen of Swords. She is wise. She cuts straight to the essence of things. She cuts to the core of things. She cuts away the shit that's not working for her anymore. So it doesn't matter if you're a man, you are being asked to step into this particular archetypal energy. And air sign is always about communication, communicating with lightness and humor that which needs to be changed, transformed, and just cut away. As a judge, this is a card of fairness and justice, karmic justice coming to you. It's a card about being totally and completely honest from a heart space about your true feelings, about what you believe in, what you think. And again, but holding that all lightly. It's not about being heavy right now. This is a very heavy mental energy. This is a very light mental energy. This particular archetypal character in the tarot is also usually could represent someone who's a therapist or a psychologist. So it could be a calling to really get into your psychology and seeing it from her perspective, which is very holistic. It's very far-reaching. Okay? And let's read what the star card is about. So, in mythology, we would call this Inanna or Ishtar. Kuan Yin would be another potential. A very beautiful healing energy. Inspiration. I am hopeful and inspired by life right now, and everything that is happening points to a renewed sense of encouragement. After all the changes I've experienced, I'm starting to recognize the hope that comes with new beginnings. Hopefulness. New beginnings. You see, we're at this end of a cycle. So you're going to go through the mud. You're going to get dragged through the shadow and all that good stuff. But the light is shining on you. That you're being illuminated. You're being illuminated as a healer, as an artist, as one who speaks the truth and one who has an open heart and is able to receive love. So really allow a lot of, and I'm telling this for myself too, I really allow yourself to receive love. And that's what it's about right now, being a vessel of love, embodying love. Okay? I think that's pretty clear. All right, so I have a short reading list for today. I'm going to start with Marcy. We'll see how far I can get on my list here. Like I said, I've had a bronchial thing, so it's been a little rough. Again, I'm going to cut and shuffle the deck a few times before I choose Marcy's card. Wow, I'm loving this Instagram thing. You're welcome, babe. So glad you're here. I don't know if Christina's on Instagram, but this is all being recorded, presumably, so she'll get to see it if she's not able to be here. Okay. Marcy, this is what you need to focus on besides those collective energies. Here's what you need to focus on during this time period. Asking the spirits for a card for Marcy. Page of Air. New inspiration is coming to you. And it's a new beginning, new inspiration, and also could be an email coming to you. Maybe you're expecting an email about news. So this is kind of a neutral card. This is not necessarily, oh, there's great news coming. But whatever is coming, take it, again, as in lightness. And again, see how she has her open arms and there's this feather floating down. I feel like being really, really open, heart wide open, Marcy, to whatever is coming to you. Like I said, maybe there's new inspiration that will come to you from, maybe it's through an email or just through your own psychic, intuitive power. And I think this is something you're going to want to move on. Like, this is something that's like, oh yeah, like I want to do this. It feels really good. Okay, so Christina is next. Christina DL, I think is how you pronounce her name. Hi, Melissa. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to you because I already have a list going of people. So if we don't get to you, definitely next time I will put you at the top of my list. And I'm coming back to do probably reading at the end of the month, and like around July 30th or so, and then I'll do for the Lionsgate portal. I'll come on again. That's August 8th. So that's kind of the schedule. All right. So Christina, what do you need to focus on for your energies? The Queen of Fire, beautiful, divine feminine embodied. I love how she has this candle burning, this light burning right in her heart space. just beautiful. So this is about following your heart, Christina. This is about letting your heart just magnetize exactly what it is you want and meeting it in that place. You're really psychic intuitive. So similar to Marcy, you've got this energy that's that you're just picking up on what's going on around you, what's going on in the universe. And you're very connected right now. So really trust what's coming through for you, and be bold, be the empowered divine feminine that you are. Yeah, you're really creative. You're in a creative space. So if there's something that you want to create or do in your life, go for it. This is the sign. Do it. Okay, so I'm going to pull one from my friend Crystal, who also sent me a message earlier or posted earlier about wanting a card. What are the energies for Crystal right now? The Five of Water. So Crystal, this is about purging old sadness, old disappointment. So if you've had disappointing and emotional feelings coming up around that, you're not the only one. This has really been a time of high emotion and a lot of emotional release, a lot of release of old sadness. Just know that as you empty out those cups, as you think of your heart as this cup holding all of this energy and emotion, you need to purge it out so you can receive more love. Because that's what we were talking about. This time period is about receiving more love. So your body, your mind, your soul, everything is purging to make space for new energy to come into your heart. Okay? And yeah, it's just, again, it's a clearing. It's just a clearing the way for new energy to come in. Okay, Teddy. My step monster, Teddy, yay! I haven't pulled a card for her in a long time. So let's see what card comes up for Teddy. Oh, we got a flyer. Okay. Wow. So Teddy, the Ace of Air, is all about triumph, a new beginning. So triumph over adversity. You're experiencing a victory over past karma, over past pain, past negativity, whatever it is that was vexing you is, it's ready to be replaced by all new energy. Seeing the truth and seeing your own truth and being able to express that and communicate it, that's going to be a big part of this cycle for you. Yay! We like new beginnings, right? Okay, and I'm going to pick a card for my friend Tare. Melissa, I think I am going to have time to do a card for you, so you will be my final reading. Let's see what comes up for Tare. My good friend Tare. I love you, friend. Okay, let's see. It's this one. The Empress. Yes, another form of the divine feminine. So we have like I said, a lot going on with the divine masculine, healing with the divine masculine right now. And I feel like the Empress is coming forward telling you that your art heals yourself and it heals others. Really nurture yourself right now through art, through whatever kind of pampering you feel like giving yourself. You know, your feminine and your divine feminine and masculine are getting more and more balanced within you. So you're really going to feel this upsurge of creativity, of being in your joy. And that's going to counteract any sort of negative, fatigued kind of, like getting through this energy, which has been kind of sluggish and sad and depressing and shadowy. Rising above that, transcending that, and meeting your, you know, allowing your wounded masculine to be healed by the empowered divine feminine within you. Beautiful card. Love it. Okay, so Melissa Intuit. I'm going to pull a card for you, my dear. You're the final one for today because I have to run some errands, I think, for my little one. Melissa, what do you need to focus on for these energies, this cycle? What's coming up? Ooh, the King of Earth, the King of Pentacles. Wow. I feel like this again is a very Emperor-like card. So your ability to manifest is very strong right now. Your masculine, inner masculine is empowered, is ready to just allow the right resources to come to you right now during this cycle. Financially, things are looking up. This could be somebody new in your world that's also matching this energy within you. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Also, you know, this is, I kind of see him also as, you know, he's the Earth Father. So he's also Capricorn. So we have this full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn. We have Chiron in Aries. We have a lot of father energy. So I just want to bring that up. So the patriarch. And, you know, there is not, you know, a lot of people look at this patriarchal wound as all men. It's like, no, there is the wounded masculine that's associated with the patriarchal. There's the good father too. The father that provides a solid foundation, the father that provides life lessons. And I feel like this is being, you know, called through you, Melissa, this idea of good karma, of good patterning around your divine masculine, which comes from the father for most of us. I see my father as the King of Pentacles too. So this is someone that, you know, people are coming to you, Melissa. People are coming to get whatever their readings from you to get good advice, because you uplift them and you give them that powerful little boost of like, yeah, you can do this. And it's not from a fluffy place. It's from a very grounded place. Beautiful energy. And thank you all so much for joining me. And hopefully I'll figure out how to save this video. And for those of you that missed the beginning, I did a whole astrology report on what's happening between now and, adding into the January 2020 Pluto-Saturn conjunction, which is major. And that's the flavor of what we're feeling right now. That's what we're clearing, all these old power structures, power struggles. So we go from the power over to the power to, and really learn to have the power to love, to embody true power, which is all about helping others be empowered as well, and being open to receiving love. Yay! So Neptune trine Venus is happening Thursday. So that's, again, a beautiful sign of two types of love, merging the embodied, erotic, beauty, earthly love of Venus, who's also the star too. We got the star card earlier, with Pisces, which is spiritual love, unification, consciousness, compassion. So beautiful energies coming in to kind of smooth over the rough spots that we're dealing with. Okay, my loves, have a wonderful, wonderful full moon tomorrow, and I'll be back in a couple weeks. Bye.